All right, these literally will take very short time. So I'll look under a database. I'm not going to look under tables, but under views, you might notice there's a thing called system views. Yeah, the new thing. This is the management. Notice there's a system view, and there's all these sys dot. These are basically what they call dynamic management, whatever. They're basically about, these are queries, they're views that show you information about the database in the server. So I just want to, one of the things about a relational database is that you can query meta information or metadata as well as data. And all of these are metadata queries. They're queries about the structure of the database. So if I want to see all the databases, I can say select name from sys.databases. Okay, so, and when I do that, it gives me a list of all the databases on my server. Master, temp, model, MSDB, report server, community assist, Metro Alt, test DB. There's a couple more on mine because I've been messing with it. You might have a few, but employee partition, SSIDB and community assist, whatever that one is. Snapshot. Okay, so it just gives you a list of what databases are on here. And I'm going to show you a few of these. There are literally hundreds of them. Some are more useful. And you can do queries. One thing I'm going to do, I did just the name there. What? Oh, the views. So I just went to views. Doesn't matter what database. They all have the same system views.
Got it. Okay. I was trying not to get into a database.
So I'm going to do sys.databases again. And I just wanted to show you. So name is one of the properties. Each database has an ID. Source database, it says null, but I bet if I go down to the snapshot, notice that the database ID is 7 for Community Assist. The snapshot source is 7. There's an owner SID, which is basically a SQL identification thing, big long number. There's the date that it was created. There's the compatibility level. There's the coalition name, basically SQL Latin. It just means it's in English. The collation is basically the country and the defaults for that. They're all set to multiple user. You can see whether they're online. Snapshot isolation state. Notice this one, the very last one, that does have a snapshot isolation. So it gives you tons of information. Most of this is information that you probably never will care about, but you might sometimes. The recovery model, what kind of recovery model? You can find a lot of different things about them. And the zeros and ones are basically true, false for each of these different properties. And you can see it goes on and on. I'm not sure what that is. I was just curious. It kind of looks interesting. Active transaction. Anyway, so a lot of times I just do the name because that's all I wanted to see. Otherwise, you get a lot of information there. If you were in a database, so, well, I'll show you. If I do select, select, I'm just going to do name again from sys.tables. And I'm in master right now, so I should probably only see, these are the tables that are in master. Test 2 is probably an accident.
Oh, I'm still in Metro Alt.
Right, so if you do it in Metro Alt, so if I do use Metro Alt and do, so because it's context, it's database it's contextual, from sys.tables, I haven't used, yeah, I didn't use Metro Alt. Then it shows me all the tables in Metro Alt. If I wanted to do a column, if I wanted to look at columns, I could do select, I'm going to do name again, from sys.columns. And it's going to give me all the columns, even some that have nothing to do with anything I'm doing. The ones that I wrote are in there somewhere. But notice there's like 961 rows. There's a lot of columns. But I could do an inner join sys.tables where, and then so I have to do, let's do c.name. So I'm going to make columns equal to c. Tables I'll do as t, where t dot name equals, what is our table name that we want to do? That's MAME. Just wanted it to, let's do employee. I'll put that down where you can see it. Let's bring this down and this up. What is it not like about, oh, I didn't do on C dot, I think there's a table ID. Actually, I might need to do, I just need to see these because my brain isn't here. So when I do sys.columns, it has the name, it has the column ID, the object ID. What I want is like the table ID. So there's got to be something that ties it to the table.
Could be the object ID itself.
System table.
Did you see system table? System tape? Type ID.
Could be.
No, I think that's the data type.
Could it be the object ID itself?
Might be. We could try that. Let's see what happens if we do that. It's happy, but it doesn't mean it's going to return anything. Oh, it did though. That worked. Thank you.
I was just guessing because it might not just be a table, it could be.
Well, I was thinking the column itself could be its own object, so I wasn't. But then you can return all the columns in a particular table. I mean, what you're querying with these system things is meta information, data about data. Like, so if you wanted to know what the data types are,
C.name from select C.name.
so I selected c.name.
from system.
There is a space there, which I'm not sure why, but it is.
You got space in there?
It doesn't need a space. All I wanted to show you is just that these things exist. There are literally hundreds of them. We could look like a sys.views, but we'd want to see we wouldn't want to see all the system views. Stored procedures. Again, this is database context. Select name from sys. I'll look in a second. Procedures, I think it is.
No, I'm a master. Okay.
So it shows all the stored procedures. Some of them I made, some I didn't for the Metro Alt. And again, you can find a lot more information about it. Let's look at the actual assignment. Do you need to see that again?
Please.
Wrong place. So name is if you just want to see this name. There's almost all of these have
In other words,
15 or 20
procedures and
columns.
Metro Alt.
Yeah. And again, some of the ones that say SP, notice upgrade diagrams, health diagrams, those stored procedures are not ones I wrote, right? The USP ones are the ones I wrote. So you could say where name like USP asterisk. Now I was going to look at the assignment because I think I had something there with a join just to run it.
This one gives back the columns in the table for the table employee, right?
Yep. Where the name equals employees, yeah.
So that's giving us the columns in the table employee.
Yeah. So actually, I just said to do like 10 of these things. I don't care if you do 10. There's a link to a page on these, and it has sort of a description of different, each one of these is like a category of dynamic views. And I think if you click on any one of these,
Did you just search for dynamic views?
There's a link.
there's a link in the assignment.
Yes, I have it right here.
So and with each one of those groups, it gives you, each one of those boxes, if you click on it, it gives you more, that are specific to those things. Questions? As I said, this is a real shorty thing. It's just that you should know the existence of these. Look up the ones that you need, but it's really useful sometimes to know what the metadata is on different things. No questions? I'm fading, and I got one more thing. Yeah.
Is it short?
No. But it'll be all right.
Will you wake up at the right stop on the train?
I hope so. I probably will fall asleep. I usually don't sleep in the morning on the train because I've had coffee, and sometimes in the afternoon though I get. Yeah, actually that's been a kind of it's never happened, and I usually don't sleep really much on the train. I usually just read, but I've always had a fear of falling asleep that I'd wake up in Tacoma.
Me too.
I know Tacoma much better than I ever wanted to. It's actually the closest big city to us, or the closest to anything. Puyallups may be a little closer. It's about the same distance.
176, then with the not the Roy, but the Mountain Highway.
Yeah, we basically go out to the mountain highway, and then you can either take that all the way into Tacoma or hit 512 into Tacoma. But we've had to go into Tacoma a lot. It's not my favorite town, but there are some nice places there.
The roads going out of it.
Yeah. It's the whole town is kind of like Pioneer Square in the sense that there's so many homeless around, and even the nice areas of town, and basically, I mean, there's a lot of homeless in Seattle, but I think there's more, at least they're more visible even in Tacoma.
And if it's not like the homeless aspect, I think that it's like Pioneer Square because of the amount of drugs that are in Tacoma.
Probably. All right. One more thing. Are you guys ready for one more thing? And then I don't know if we're caught up, but we'll be closer. So this is down under management again. And we can use the database mail on this, but we're going to actually do the SQL Server agent, right? We have it started. I don't think the mail would have worked without it.
Oh, that's a lot of.
Yeah, it has to be started. And then underneath this, we have some different things. And we're going to spend some time on that. We've got jobs, we've got alerts, we've got operators. Mostly we're going to work on those three things. These can go along with what we did before, where we did the management and we did the maintenance plans. So we can do the, jobs, alerts, and operators can be related to a management. Let's start. Where do I want to start with this?
Well, the first thing was create an operator.
Okay. Then let's do that. We don't have any, so let's create an operator. So I just right-clicked on it, and I'm going to do create an operator. So I am going to, so first of all,
Is it under SQL Server?
it's under SQL Server Agent, so there's a little plus there, right? I expanded SQL Server Agent, and then there are these folders under it. I'm going to right-click on operators. We'll do a new operator. So I'm going to do Steve. Right click on operators under SQL Server Agent. New operator. My email name was Steve, right? Also, do your whatever you want to do. I'm not going to do a pager or a NetSend. NetSend, Windows really hates NetSend. That's basically where it sends an alert across the network. It's turned off by default, and I think in Windows 10, I'm not even sure you can find it anymore. Because it's a way to annoy a lot of people, if nothing else. I think things that little alerts that pop up on your thing across the entire network. One of the things you can do with this is you can set up days that you're going to work. So I'm going to work Tuesdays and Thursdays. And 8 to 6 sounds about right. So this is the operator. Notifications. We don't have any alerts yet. Let's make those separately. Did I save? Yeah, I did save Steve. Okay.
Did you do anything with the alerts?
No. Did I in the thing that I said to do?
You're creating a
This
list
says make one. You can say for-
Yeah, so I was going to do
under there.
it from the alert folder.
Okay, that's all right.
So, a lot of these things you can kind of do together, or you can do them separately. So let's right click and do a new alert. What are we going to alert?
Non-fatal internal error.
So we need to give the alert a name. Test alert. SQL Server alert event. That sounds good. Do we want it for all databases? Sure. So what did you say? Fatal error, non-fatal.
Internal error. Number 18.
All right. I don't know if we can.
Freeze alert.
I'm just trying to think of how I want to set up the alert here. So we got a response. I wanted an alert that we can cause.
Syntax error in SQL statements.
Does it cause an alert for that?
That's number 15.
We could try that.
Sufficient permission.
Who would want to be alerted to that?
So, dangerous alert.
I think an instructor would want to be looking out for that.
No, I don't want to know of every alert that you do, of every error, or every error that I do. I'm just looking to see if they have an example. We could try that. I don't know if it will actually create that alert or not.
It looks like you can make your own.
Yeah, which might be a better one, but let's leave this for now. We can always come back and make a new alert. So we want a response. So let's notify operators. So notice there's a couple of things you can do with an alert. You could execute a job. So if you had a job created, which we don't yet, that's the next thing we're going to do. You could execute that job. Or you can alert an operator, notify an operator. And I'm going to notify me by email. And I hope that it ties it to my email. But when I view operator, it just gives me the same stuff. Okay, so let's cancel. Options include alert error text in email. And we could add something. This is a test. This is only a test. If this were an actual emergency, I watched a show a couple days ago on the history of atomic weapons. Most of it I was alive through, except for World War II. What?
You were not allowed.
No, I was born in the 50s. I know I look old, even older than that.
I haven't seen that. You said that.
World War II was 80 years
there was.
Well, most of the people that were in World War II were in their 80s. I was actually a child of the Korean War. Let's see.
And then did you put anything in response, but it may not page in?
So, yeah, I did. So let's go back to that. So I did a test alert. Properties, I think. Yeah. So in the response, I did notify operators and I picked me.
And how about the delay between responses?
Yeah, I didn't do any delay between responses. Options, I put a little test. This is a test. This is only a test. Yeah, you can script the alert. Let's do that. See, this is the script for the alert, which is kind of complicated, which is why I'm using the wizard.
Well, maybe just one.
It's actually using a built-in stored procedure for this.
Start procedures add alert.
So we've got an operator. We've got a thing. Let's create a job.
The job was the backup control.
Yeah, which actually doesn't go with that alert very well.
Yeah, I think I might just change the alert.
Yeah, or we could create a new alert. So this is the job, and you can actually do everything here. So what the job is, if we back up Metro Alt, and I do backups basically because they're easy to do. So I'm going to do the steps. And I'm going to do new. Step name will be just backup Metro Alt. Do I need it to be in Community Assist? I probably want it in Master. What does this do? No, I don't want to open anything. So for steps, I did new. All right, that's where I am now. And the step name is backup Metro Alt. I think what we want in here is just SQL. So backup database Metro Alt to file equals C. Don't we still have temp or backups? Was it backups or backups? Just singular? I'll look on mine in a moment. Metro Alt .bak, and I'm going to say with init, so it'll be a full backup. I'm just looking to see if that path exists. I have backups. Do I want to do it there? Let's see. I think it'll go. There is a parse here. It doesn't like it. keyword file. What is it? Backup database Metro Alt.
Use that,
That is true, but even so, is that the error?
I got the
File name, file name. Is that how you have to write it in SQL?
Whoa, I didn't want to paste.
They don't want you to control.
C, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Just keeps going back and forth. Let me just get rid of all this stuff.
it's to disk.
To disk, not to file. Thank you. Yeah, it's happy with that. Now, when it parses, that doesn't mean it's going to work. That just means that there's nothing wrong with the
Where
syntax.
would you have it parse?
Right down here. Notice, so you could write your code in the window here, or you could have it somewhere here. You could have it in a file, right, if you'd already saved your SQL or something. Or you can copy it from somewhere, or copying it from here, I think is actually what it does. Select all, that's what I was trying to do. I could have just clicked that. Now, it still isn't happy. What else do I need to do?
Change your database? Or you can leave that master?
Well, master is probably okay, actually.
Is your,
I think it may be run as. Doesn't have anything. Can I do anything? I can't enter anything there. It won't let me go next or previous, so there's something that it doesn't like.
Are you running as somebody?
Well, that's what I was trying to say. I don't think so. Transat script.
It creates it if you click OK.
Oh, so it's okay. It's not next. That's all I wanted to do. I told you. So we could insert another step if we want, or a new step. Okay, so we're okay, I think. So let's do a schedule. Or actually, let's come back to that. Let's do an alert. We can make a new alert here. We made an alert before. There was a test alert, but let's do a new alert here. I'll say backup alert. SQL Server alert event. Metro Alt. Oh,
so you were done with that completely?
I think I'm done with the
Are
other
you
one.
under the alert to the job or a new alert?
This is an alert, and this is a new alert.
Under alert, not under job.
Miscellaneous system information actually might work. But I'm wondering when I want to raise the alert when the, and it doesn't give me, I don't want to have a text. I want to raise the alert when it succeeds, which I know you can do. Let's do response, notify operators, email.
Okay, raise alert when message contains, since you wrote,
No,
you did nothing, just there.
Yeah.
Miscellaneous system information. Is that what you,
yeah, just miscellaneous.
just that?
I was just looking to see if there's anything else.
Could be status information.
Well, it could just be information. Status could work too. Where did you see status information?
Three more. Than that.
Let's do that one. Okay, so then I did response. I just did email and Steve. Options, email. Metro Alt has been backed up. I'm going to do OK. So we did alerts. I'm going to do email. And I'm going to say when the job succeeds. I knew that was somewhere. And maybe, and we want to do it to Steve.
New job.
Yeah.
You stopped just at the information for the backup, which was map.
Yeah.
Message, which was that Metro has been backed up, and that was all good.
Yeah,
You wanted to put
I think so. I'll try to look at it all again and see what I did. Target local server should be fine. Notifications when job succeeds. Alerts, backup alert, enabled, yes. SQL Server event. Schedules, I'm going to do in a moment. Steps is the backup. The general.
How did you get to it? Are you on your new job?
What? Which?
I don't have any of this information that you have on your new job.
Do you want me to walk through the job again?
No, because I already did the job.
So I did general, but I'm still in the job.
You didn't alert if you put it under notifications?
Well, I think the alert is still I don't know.
I guess that's for more complicated setups.
Yeah. No, I haven't scheduled it. I'm going to schedule now. I'm going to say new. So I guess weekly. Today is Thursday. And what time is it? It's 2:28. So let's make it.
But when I did advanced, so now you're under. New job.
So I'm going to do it at 2:30 p.m. Start today. I am going to do okay. If it works, we'll walk through it again. So you can actually set up everything.
And the last time that you set up was one under which one of the.
It was under the schedule.
schedules, and you knew.
Yeah, and I did it for 2:30, which gives you 1 minute. So you might want it for 2:31 or something p.m. I'm just going to see if it runs.
Weekly, just today, Thursday.
I'm also going to see if I get any alert. So it should be running now. I don't seem to have an email. Let's see what I got. But one of the things I'm going to do is under the jobs. We made a job, right? Did I not save it? Oh, there it is. Backup Metro Alt, which I put an E on. I'm going to do view history. It says that it ran. Executed. Failed to notify Steve. I wonder why it failed on the notification.
Are you checking for that?
I right-clicked on
Metro,
Backup Metro Alt,
right clicked on it and you looked at.
and then I looked at the view history,
Okay.
and then I opened the plus. So it backed it up. I'm going to check to make sure it did do that. Yes, it did. It backed it up. So the job worked. The notification and the alert didn't.
Well, that wasn't part of the assignment.
No, I mean-
Run it and see if it does generate an alert.
Yeah, I know. If you do this, this is fine. But I wonder why it didn't generate an alert.
Where's the job log?
So if you right-click on the particular job, or just right-click on jobs and do view history, and it'll have, if you do it at the job level, it will show you all the history.
I don't have any history in my
You don't? It didn't run? What time did you set it for? 'Cause
231.
make sure it was PM, not AM.
I'll check.
I'm gonna just check my alerts. Backup alert, and then my notifications, email to Steve when job succeeds, which should have went.
Is that name Steve linked to?
That's what I was trying to decide.
Maybe it's not in this context.
But how would you get it in this context then? Because if it's going to do an email, so that would be the operator, right?
Can you go back up to alerts? Yeah, down. How did you connect that?
Well, that's what I'm not sure. It may not be connected. We have a Steve operator. Let's look at this. And maybe the properties in there. Email name, Steve.
Doesn't seem to have an alert.
Right, I didn't either, but why is it not connecting?
Is it email name?
Like SP Conger.
I mean,
Oh,
the
you-
name of the operator.
Maybe it needs like Steve _ Conger at msn.com.
I don't see anywhere else where you can put that.
So, and then let me reschedule. So let's go to the job. Properties, notifications, actually schedule, edit. So what time is it? 2:35, 2:37. See if it sends it now. Yeah, I know it is. I'll probably nap.
Connect that alert in your job.
What?
How did you connect that alert in your job?
So in the job, there is a thing called the alerts.
Yeah, that's where I am right now, so I didn't add
Right. And then I just used
backup alert,
you could do the backup alert.
because isn't that why we made it?
Well, theoretically, but it doesn't seem to, if you do this, I think it's actually creating a new alert.
So you want it.
So actually go back, do cancel. Just do cancel.
So I have my general stuff.
So if you just do, when you go to the alert, so you can add,
That's what I was doing.
oh, and then it gets a new alert.
Mhm.
So is there one way you can add an existing alert?
And the alert is right here.
Right, but I wonder if you
And I was
can,
looking at alert to see if like,
there should be a way to add the alert.
oh, how did you do it?
I changed it and it still doesn't have any history.
Okay. Still doesn't have any history? Oh.
230, 236, it's 36 out there. I'll be history at 0. Just go back up to this.
Right.
It doesn't make more alert if you can't do the job.
Yeah. Well,
So let's look at
in
this.
this instance.
Let's look at your backup. Yeah, just look at the. So let's look at the general backup database steps.
I guess I could just
You don't have any steps. That's where I wrote down.
The backup database metro to this.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. It's right here. I
You
just
did.
pasted it in. Yeah, I
So-
copied it earlier just because I was gonna make another one.
Make sure you save it, I guess.
I made another one. This is the one that I've been making. I try to figure it out. Yeah,
maybe
save
we
it
just
just
make
right
it
there.
our own alert.
And step name is
Whatever, yeah, step one, whatever you want.
backup still.
Do okay.
General, let's see.
Okay.
And then,
I'll just make
Schedules?
yeah, and you got the alerts and everything. Or maybe do it and now, I don't know. Oh, so you have a second step.
These are schedules, not steps.
So instead of making a new schedule, edit.
Okay.
So you might remove one of them.
So,
Just remove one of them, that's, yeah, and then edit the other one.
okay, and then here's main recurring date started. Here's the time, so we'll do it at 30, 40. Starts today, no end date. Okay.
Okay, and you have, yeah, I should show it running. Make sure you say okay and close it before it's time for it to run.
You see,
Yeah, I'll take a
So I'm trying to create an alert in the job itself, since somehow it couldn't connect to the alert we made.
Yeah, I don't know how, I was having trouble. I never connected to I made a new alert.
Oh, okay. I would, for some reason, I'm not able to make an alert, and I can't understand it.
I don't know that it ran. Did it run again? 2:37, yes, it ran. Did it alert me?
This is why I can't alert.
Failed to notify Steve via email. Anyway, if you do this, this is fine. I will look and see why it's not emailing.
I'm doing this. I don't know if it's because the email is not being to.
Oh, it's because you're trying to define a new alert with the same name as one that's already there.
I changed it.
Backup alert too. All right.
Response. job to back up Metro. Look at that. You can. Oh, it's because I can map. That's probably not that.
Yeah.
Might change that.
Email, yeah. Looks okay.
Exception, triggers, alerts. Alright. I wonder if it's connecting. There's no connection here.
Yeah, it's hard to see how things are connected.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look real quickly at the book, what it says in their example. See if I'm missing something crucial. Because I don't see how it's really connecting the database, the operator to the email. There should be like some mapping somewhere.
Well, once you create your.
When I created the operator, but the operator, so there is Steve, right? And I'm pretty sure under database mail, configure database mail, manage. The account name, I wonder if Steve is wrong. The account name should be spconger@gmail.com.
I didn't even name my account name, but Gmail address. I just use it as a placeholder for my purposes as I'm going to SQL Server. I want to know what this account is for.
Right. But when you're hooked to, so let's bring up properties. So the name, does this have to map, or does this need to be spconger@gmail.com?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, how would it know? So you're asking SQL to send it from Google to MSN,
Right.
and how would it know that? It doesn't know who you are.
Well, it might, because they're actually in the email,
Uh-huh.
in the properties of the,
Job.
not in the database mail.
Mhm.
One of the things that I did was say that this is the
No, I'm
reply.
saying, and I understand that part, you set that up, but then in the alert. go back to
So the alert has to be tied to this somehow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, you didn't tie it to that, you only tied it to MSN.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, if I needed to say this,
Mhm.
or my account name.
If you go back to the alert, it's just asking some random Steve person to email to Steve.
Well, yeah, where I got that was maybe this.
I think you need, because it would make sense that the alert is like, okay, I'll email to the MSN account, but the only person that allows me to is the Gmail account, and there's no Gmail account on it, and then alert it all.
So let's do a new operator, spconger.
No, under email name,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Didn't I do,
You did MSN.
all right, so let's do, so actually, let's just edit the existing one.
I don't know if that's right, but
Well, let's just try it. Let's do
you
spconger.
could send to MSN, but the only allowed way is through the database is to send through Gmail. Like, this is you telling them who you are now.
Yeah, so if I do the job again,
And then
did
it should
yours
look at-
ever record? Go
And then
ahead.
it should look at your Gmail account and say, oh, I know where this guy wants to send it to. He wants to send it to his MSN.
$45, 7. Last try. It might be actually under the connection might be here. The place, if I look at the properties of the SQL Server itself, I mean SQL Server agent itself. Okay, we don't need that. Alert system, enable mail profile, database mail, Steve. I think that's what we were failing to do. Job system, that looks okay. Connection looks all right. History, okay. So having enabled that, let's look at the jobs again. And this is the last I think we'll be doing today. So schedules, I wonder if I have to do anything to this. Edit, Thursday, 48. So it may be that I had to enable it in the agent itself.
Putting your name in, because it has to say.
I'll just give it a moment, let it run, and then this is it for the day because I'm going to, my brain is gone. That's not unusual, but it's more so today than other days.
It doesn't say failed.
Doesn't say failed, huh? Okay. So let me look at the history. All right, so 248. Yeah, it doesn't say failed to notify. Let me look and see if I actually got an email. That may have been the piece I was missing, if that's the case. I don't really see any email, but it's still loading.
Can I delete the alert I made under backup
Yeah, I think so.
so I can actually use that?
So everything worked. It says that it didn't. It doesn't say it failed. I'm curious if I do the operator, Steve, and I do properties, and under properties there's history. So it says that I got an email here. It isn't showing up on mine, but I'm also still loading stuff. It claims that I got emailed. It's not claiming that that failed.
Okay, now you want to run the job. Run the job. Start job.
Oh, that's only.
Success. So do you want us to take a screenshot of running the job and executing the job?
Yeah, or even just kind of like we did before, where if you do the history,
Oh, yeah.
the history will work.
History.
So you just right click on your job and do history.
Yeah. But how do I know if I got the
Right.
email though? You backed it up.
Does it say if you scroll over?
Notifications.
The job proof, yeah, so did the notification succeed or fail? The job
notification?
succeeded.
Look at that.
Yeah, so nothing there. So what do I have under
What do you have?
notifications?
Something ED, no, nothing.
Nothing there, but
But
it
you
says,
said
it
this
says
job
the job succeeded,
So. it's
and it doesn't say that failed to notify.
So, let me see this.
And when I look at the operator, it says, if I go under the history for the operator, it says that I was notified by email. That being said, it's not showing up here, but as I said, it's still spinning, so I don't know.
So, can you show me again so yours said job succeeded, mine doesn't say it. Here
Yeah, it says the job succeeded.
there, but not there.
Well, so that might, this is a different,
This is, sorry, this was some extra information, so the
Yeah.
job succeeded. And so at the end, it should say no,
so another thing you can do is you can look at your operator.
but it's one second, it's a job succeeded, and then at the end of that line, it said email sent.
Yeah, but on the last one it didn't. You can also look at your operator. Just open that.
Me.
Yeah. Right click, properties, and then history. And it says you never got one, but
I don't, my email isn't,
it's not real. Or,
no, it's not real, because I
Okay.
couldn't remember my password.
all right.
So what would you like us to,
So just the history is fine,
even if it doesn't say?
even if it doesn't say the email. I just wanted you to go through the process.
Yeah. Especially good that we had to go through it a couple times, 'cause I.
Yeah. So what I did to make mine think it succeeded at least was in the properties of the SQL Server itself, under the alert system, I enabled the profile. This is the SQL Server agent properties under alert system, enable mail profile. I think before that it just wouldn't send, right? It didn't have permission to do it. I was wondering how the two connected. And this is what allows them to connect. Oh, you know why I'm not getting anything? I told it to send it to
MSN.
Gmail this time.
Oh, that's great.
And there it is. The job succeeded. So I actually did get the email. When I put the last time I put Steve underscore, that is where you want it to go to. Right. So when I put the Gmail, it actually went to Gmail this time. So under the SQL, let me walk through this real quickly and then we'll call it a day. The part that I left out was to right click on the SQL Server agent, go to properties, under the alert system to enable the mail profile. And then I picked which profile, database mail, Steve. You can do, you could set up your pager email. You could set up a fail-safe operator for somebody in case this person's unavailable. Right? There's other things you can do here. And as I said, I forgot to do that. There's really not a lot. There's an alias host server. We don't need that. You can limit the size of your history log. You can forward events to a different server. But in general, it's just enable the mail here. Once I did that, then everything else worked. As I said, it actually gave me the message. Do you guys want to go over any of the other steps, or are we done, or do you need it? You still? What, let's take a look. Right. Okay. It's not right. It's not running, so. Yeah, yeah, so if you go to staff, yeah, you go back. Did you ever get yours from that? You gotta forget it, you should go there. You know what I did is, well, actually, I'm kind of very slow this weekend. I think mine is, system event, for example. At least,
Oh, that's,
oh, that's under, oh, yeah. Another thing you can do is go to the website. And you enable it, but it should run.
yeah.
One of the things you can do, force it to run, say, start job, or just start job. Oh, start job is there. So it's there, maybe there should be volume for you. Could be. Sure about it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's what I was hoping. That's what I did this over. On the start. That's why it's not running. I never even noticed that. So, everything should work now. But I don't, that actually is something I do a lot. In that I focus on where I think the problem has to be. Yeah. Yeah.
No, not quite. Yeah. But at least it's a different number now.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what, I think it's only login. Right, so it gives you the information when it started. So it's only really logging, only really giving information to the promoter. So when it works, it doesn't say anything. Oh, so basically all of that is track log things, even though it's not showing that. Yeah, I know that's fine, but it tells you that you're doing money. And actually, I think the information was, the fact that they don't have any things that basically means it's too late. Did it work?
Yes, it did.
Okay. I was surprised, I didn't know you could configure all those things without the SQL Server agent running. So, yeah.
So I took
You stay in on the tool. The time of the reason why. Whoa. I should say, enable use. Let's look at it. Enable TV. So let's look at the stats. I think they were constructed that should be complete. I wrote it that way first. I think that's better. So if we go to schedule, what do you think?
Yeah, I tried to.
I think what I would do, so one of these is better than another. And Tuesday. No, it's Thursday. Three. Yeah, 7:05, or even though 4 too fast. Let's see if it works now. Five minutes, 2 minutes. Yeah. So anyway, anything else let me know the words. I think that is a problem.
Okay, and I just need to take a shot
Yeah.
of that thing. What if it fails again?
You can still do that.
Okay, if it even fails.
You gotta think that, you wanna figure out why it failed?
Well, we have somewhere, that's just your specific. Yeah. This is your report. You know, in the, what do you call it? The steps that ended up.
Yeah, back it up to this. I wrote to file for
And it still should have the I.
Yeah, we should do it.
I thought you had that.
With I in IT,
Oh, with N, oh.
initialization in it. I in
Oh,
IT.
it is, okay, I couldn't see that, what's back there.
Well, yeah, I don't know how to see anything. I said that to her before the laugh. That in my eyes is really stuff.
I don't know, I think it depends on what you do. I try to look away. So, I'll have my brain all the way down. I'll have to do that.
Another question.
Sure.
So, we need a job. Is there something in the word?
Right, but I did add another thing. Even though we created it there, I just couldn't do it there. 'Cause I wasn't sure how.
I couldn't attach my alert to
I couldn't either.
because I already made it. And the alert,
I did that too, and I couldn't,
and when you push add, it should let you choose from the list.
that's what I was thinking too, but I didn't. So I just made it do that.
And then I tried that, but because it had the same brand, it doesn't get all.
Well,
You know,
maybe it would have run it. And you got to talk about the super server and everything. Super server.
I'll get it, yeah. I can figure it out.
Yeah. It's fine. But if it fails again, we could either do something with it.
Would we do this in the job?
Well, in a job, you have to make it work.
No, I mean.
Oh, yeah, you
use
could.
Jobs. To use this,
Yeah, so you use this to automate things. And you would also want it to be alert. Usually you wouldn't alert it for contact or something like that. You might, we're alerting to succeed, but mostly you can alert it.
okay.
And also, there are other kinds of alerts you could do, but that long list, you can specify it. One of them, well, like you're running out of disk space, that happens with big databases sometimes, or, long shooting things, just lots of things they want to alert. You probably would want to, you would want to be able to get alerts, so they don't, it's working fine. All right, so actually, it may be that, it may be that, yeah, let's see. It may be that it automatically, if they have the same condition of, the associated, yeah.
And actually, I was a part of that.
That means, as I said, if it fails, you can take a picture of that, if it succeeds.
And then, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my head around the dynamic management.
Oh,
And,
sure.
So, or the objects, so do any of these count? And I just did,
Yeah, those are fine.
this one was the closest one, I don't really know what else.
So there are, if you want to actually see what they are, I mean, if you want to play with any of them, on any database, under views, and if you go into system views, there are all
Oh, great,
these.
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
you
yeah,
can just
that's
look at
more
which ones you want.
That's
to-
more likely, because I was,
Yeah, I don't expect you to know them off the top of your head.
I've been trying.
There are literally hundreds of them, and I'm only expecting you to look at a couple, so.
Okay.
So everything worked okay after that?
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, did yours work?
Yeah, did yours?
I didn't. However, I feel like I've got enough together in a screenshot to prove that I didn't take it.
Oh, okay. That's
So-
fine. Actually, mine said database in OA. I'm gonna try it again.
It is there. What is it? Oh,
But I have
is this? Yeah.
tried it from last time.
Did it pop up on your screen?
I'm not waiting to show you.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right, because you attached.
Yeah,
But you took off your secure message.
I did, yeah. I think she went out.
Oh. It's on. I
Very
want
top
to
one.
change.
Very good work, whatever you say. Yeah.
So let's say I wanted to look up the, I get this one down. And then, let's see, query, I think it's query stats.
With any of them, you can do like the select star from,
Well, I pulled a bunch of these out and then now so select star from, and then that.
and then what you can do is if you want, so if you do that, it'll get you all the query stars. Now, once you get to, you might decide that you don't want to see all that, you can choose a couple of fields, but I would be happy with the select star.
Okay. Cool.
I just, as I said, the main purpose is just to let you know those things exist and that there are a lot of them and that you can get any information you want about the database and the server from them pretty much.
So, interesting.
That's me, but it's easy. Yeah. I was thinking this morning.
Okay, so this video seems